Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today we learn about the new chapter, chapter 7, body coordination or science form 4 KSSM. Okay. 7.1 human endocrine system. So we learn about endocrine system is the system in the body that coordinate body function that involves chemical substances. So in this body system we are using hormone. So the hormone is the chemical substances which involves in this body coordination. So its function to help to save yourself from harm or injury. So endocrine system or body coordination is to prevent you from harm or injury. So this is the example situation that involve endocrine system. Okay, so when you see a snake, okay, what you should do? So at first, the endocrine gland will excrete hormone that cause an increasing in heartbeat. So when you look at the snake, your heartbeat will increase. The rate of breathing also increase because they need to produce the to act to take more oxygen, blood pressure increase, so sugar blood level will be increased and rate of metabolism also increase. So these five things will happen when your endocrine gland excrete hormone. Okay, in this case the hormone excrete is adenosine hormone. Okay, so what is the effect? So the heart pump more blood to provide more oxygen and glucose to muscles. So heart will pump more blood to ensure that glucose and oxygen will reach to your muscle cell. Your muscle obtain more energy and more store of glucogen is converted into glucose too. That means more energy will be increased inside your body. So what happen when you need a lot of energy? So you will run away. So here the endocrine system, so it will combine the heartbeat, breathing. Heartbeat means a circulatory system. Breathing is a respiratory system. Glucose level is a regulation system. So all this one will be combined, coordinate to ensure that you will run from the snake or to prevent you harm or injured. So what is hormone? Hormone is the endocrine. The endocrine system function is a messenger to the whole body that use hormone. So it will send a messenger. Endocrine system function act as a messenger to all the whole body that use hormone. So hormone is a type of chemical substance excreted by the endocrine gland. So your body has the endocrine gland. So this gland will excrete hormone. So this hormone is used to act as a messenger to tell your body what to do. Endocrine gland are ductless, meaning the gland without the any vessel ataupun or the we call it as a ductless. Hormone escape directly into the blood circulatory system to be distributed to the whole body. Since there has no vessel, so the hormone after excretion will be directly go into the blood circulatory system and to be distribute to whole body. Okay, a type of hormone can have more one cell target, meaning one hormone, some hormone they have it's not only one cell target. Okay, for example, the estrogen hormone, female estrogen hormone, targeted organ is mammary gland and the uterus. It's not only one organ. Okay, Now we look at the hormone, right? So endocrine gland is ductless gland, that means no vessel. So what is the function of the endocrine gland? Is to coordinate the activity of the body by responding to the stimulus from the environment. So what it excrete? So it will be excrete hormone. So what is the function of hormone? Hormone has prolonged effect. Type is a most of the hormone is a protein, made up of protein, and it slow response. Or hormone also stimulate the function of specific tissue or organ, and hormone excretes in small quantities. And also hormone carry through the blood circulatory system to the target organ. It has a suitable receptor. So for in that organ, they have the suitable receptor that is able to recognize and respond to the specific hormone. Okay, so this hormone work is very slow response and it has a prolonged effect. Okay, hormone carry through the bloodstream. You can see that the first one is the endocrine gland cell. So it's excreted hormone. So this hormone will enter the bloodstream. So the blood will carry the hormone to the targeted organ cell to be used. So here, this is the main endocrine gland and their position in body. The first one is the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is located below the cerebrum. This gland is known as the master gland because it produces hormone that control other endocrine glands. So this pituitary gland will control most of the other gland in your body. So it's located at the pituitary gland, at the center of your skull, underneath of your cerebrum. Okay. Second one, you look at the ovary. So this one, everybody know, right? Ovary is in the woman. With most of women have a pair of ovary in the pelvic space. So I'm sure you know about the ovary. And we have the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is located in front of the trachea at your neck here, in front of trachea. That one is a thyroid gland. Then we have the adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is a gland is located above your kidney. So you can see your kidney. On the top of your kidney, there is the adrenal gland. So you have the two adrenal gland. So then next you have the pancreas. Pancreas is located at the back of your stomach. The shape look like a leaf, right? I'm sure you also know about the pancreas. And last one is testes. Men have a pair of testes protected by the scrotum. So I show you. Okay, so we look at the gland one by one and what is the function. Okay, first is pituitary gland. Okay, so pituitary gland, it will excrete two hormone. The first one is the antidiuretic hormone, which is ADH. What is the function of the hormone? To control the quality of water reabsorbed by the kidney. Meaning when you have a lot of the antidiuretic hormone excrete, so more water will be reabsorbed by the kidney, so your urine will be affected. And one more thing, the pituitary gland also will produce hormone, growth hormone, GH. So this one is to stimulate a growth hormone in children to maintain healthy body position in adults and maintain the muscle and bone mass in the adult. So for the children which are still growing, this hormone to stimulate growth in children. Actually, since the pituitary gland, we name it as the master gland, meaning they have a lot other hormone will be excreted by pituitary gland. But for your SPM, you only have to know about these two hormones. Okay, now we go for the thyroid gland, which is located in primary trachea. So this is a thyroid gland will excrete thyroxine. So to control the rate of the metabolism and to control the physical and mental development in children. So if you have the problem in your thyroxine or thyroid gland, you also have the problem in development of mental if you are still children. Okay, now we go to the adrenal gland. So the hormone excreted is adrenaline. So what is the function of adrenaline? To prepare your body to act in an emergency situation. Okay, for example, to increase the rate of metabolism, to increase the rate of heartbeat, to increase the sugar level in the blood, dilating the size of people. Okay, so meaning when you see the snake just now, so the adrenaline will be excreted because you can see the heartbeat rate increase, metabolism increase, sugar level in the blood also increase. So meaning the adrenaline excreted when you are excited, scared, angry. So adrenaline will be excreted in the body. And last one, we look at the pancreas. Pancreas will excrete insulin. I'm sure all of you know what is the function of insulin. Insulin to control the sugar level in the blood by converting excess sugar into glycogen to be stored in the liver. So actually glucose is very important in our body, right, to produce energy. But too much of sugar, this sugar have to store inside your liver. So it has to be converted into the glycogen. Okay. So we use the insulin to convert the glycogen into glucose into glycogen. Then we have the ovary. So ovary was excreted two types of hormone. One is the estrogen, the other one is progesterone. Okay, first we look at the estrogen. Estrogen is to control the female secondary characteristics such as development of breasts and body, broadening the hips, pinggang dan ramping. So stimulated the production of ova and prepares the uterus for implementation of embryo. So that is the function of the estrogen. The function of progesterone is to maintain the thickness of the wall of uterus for implementation of embryo. Okay, now we look at the testis. Testis is produce testosterone. Testis will produce testosterone. So what is the function of this hormone? To control development of male secondary sexual characteristics such as a deep voice and the growth of mustache. Okay. And also to stimulate sperm production. Okay. What happens if the hormone imbalance? Okay, the rate of hormone excretion must be balanced with its function. To over excretion or under excretion of hormone will cause hormonal imbalance and lead to diseases. Okay, so too much hormone also cannot, less hormone also can lead to the diseases. Okay, we look at one by one. Okay, imbalance of thyroxine. Okay, if deficiency of the thyroxine, what happen? Low rate of the metabolism. That means your body not able to convert the food into. It's not to say not able, but the rate to convert your food into the energy is very low. Unable to tolerate cold, sudden physical and mental development in children that we call the disease is cretinism. Okay, less energy in adult, myxema, tendency become fat and goiter. Okay, what is goiter? So I give you the diagram of goiter. So this is the goiter. You can see the neck swollen. So this one, because the thyroid is in front of your trachea, so when it's swollen, you can see swollen neck. So this is goiter. Okay, so excessive of the thyroxine. What happened? Excessive of the thyroxine, the high rate of metabolism, sweating and always feel hot, always sweating, sleeping difficulties and very good appetite, even though eat a lot, but it's become very thin. Okay, so people with excess of the thyroxine, even though they eat a lot, but they still look thin. Thyroid gland is enlargement protruding the eyeball and swollen neck. So if the thyroid gland are swollen, bigger, so some patient, there you can see the eyeball is protruding outside, nampak besar tu juga, and the swollen neck also. Okay, for the testosterone hormone, so deficiency of the testosterone, it will delay in reaching puberty in male and low sperm count. But excessive of the testosterone in the female, it will give the, in the male, it will give the characteristic in women. That means it's become aqua. Hi, hello. Okay, lelaki lembut. Okay. For the female, okay, deficiency of the progesterone, okay, so development of female secondary characteristic to be disrupted, or maybe then male characteristic in, so the, okay, so the female characteristic in men. Okay, so a lot of the progesterone, so female characteristic in men, meaning men also have the estrogen. Okay, female characteristic in men. So if you have excessive of the estrogen. Okay, for the deficiency of the progesterone, so you have the menstrual problem, headache, constipation, and miscarriage. Okay, so because the function of the progesterone is to ensure the thickness of the uterus. So when the less of progesterone, I mean less, so your uterus is not ready for the implantation of zygote, so it will cause the miscarriage. Okay, now we go to the pituitary gland, which is produce the growth hormone. So deficiency is dwarfism or rancordil. Okay, so excessive, it will become uncontrolled growth that we call it as the acromegaline, or we can say is has a giantism. Okay, so another hormone that produced by the pituitary gland is the antidiuretic hormone, or ADH. So deficiency of the antidiuretic hormone, poor reabsorption of water at the collecting duct in the kidney. So excessive production of the urine. So meaning your body need the water. Suppose the water will be reabsorbed in the kidney, but because of the deficiency of the ADH, so all the water will form urine. So you get a lot of urine, even though you drink a lot, but the water cannot stay in your body. So you will always feel thirsty, and you will produce a lot of urine. So in this problem, so you will get diabetes insipidus. Okay, diabetes. So actually diabetes, I got two types, diabetes mellitus and diabetes insipidus. So this one we call it as the diabetes insipidus. So you cannot take insulin to overcome it. And for the excessive or ADH hormone, is headache, rasa pening kepala, and dizziness, pening, and that's all. Okay, so we look at the hormone, insulin hormone. Okay, deficiency of the insulin hormone, failure of excessive glucose to be converted to glycogen, meaning your glucose cannot be converted to glycogen, meaning the glucose is remain inside your blood. You will get kencing manis or diabetes lah. So increase in blood sugar levels, then you get diabetes. Okay. The excessive of the glucose, you get a low glucose level in the blood. Even though your body need glucose to produce energy, but your glucose level in the blood will be very low. So you will get hypoglycemia disease. Okay, so also you will get excessive thirsty. Okay, next we got, so the disruption of the body coordination due to the various factor. Example, uncontrolled consumption of drug. So actually disruption of body coordination because of the uncontrolled consumption drug. Okay, drug may be good or bad effect, may cause good or bad effect on the body. So can be used to treat can be used to treat a disease, but when you abuse the drug, drug abuse, you will get addicted, right? So example, the morphine, steroid needed to be taken under the doctor supervision. For example, morphine to actually is a painkiller. When you need a painkiller, you will take morphine. Steroid, if I'm not mistaken, steroid for the asthmatic person. Okay, type of drug. So we have 4 type of drug. First one is the depression drug. Prevent or slow down impulse transmission in the body coordination. User will be sleepy and less anxious. The effect also depend on the dose taken. So example are barbiturate and the alcohol. So this is the drug, type of drug we get will give you the depression. Okay, stimulation. Type of a drug, another type of drug is a stimulation. Speed up the impulse transmission in the body coordination. User will feel very confident and alert to the surrounding. Effect also depend on the dosage taken. Example of the stimulant drug is amphetamine and the methamphetamine. Okay. Another type of drug is inhalant drug, which is a chemical substance can be inhaled through the breathing, causes hallucination. It will direct attack your brain. You will get the brain damage, lung and kidney. Example are solvent and gas substances. For example, the patient which is isap gam, menghidu gam. And last one is the hallucinogen type of drug. So it will change the path of impulse in the brain, causes hallucination, affects perception, and cause hearing of voice and seeing object they are not exist. So this one, people that you can say is always dreaming, imagine something that is not exist. Example is ketamine and lysergic acid diethylamide or LSG. So this hallucination drug will make you keep on dreaming and some hearing the voice to ask them to do something. Okay. Okay, drug abuse. Drug abuse, the factor that cause the drug abuse is a peer influence. So when you very close to the people or bad people, sometimes they will influence you to uh, join them to drug abuse, seeking pressure to ensure that you are pleasure, right? So you take drug. Desire to overcome sadness. Sometimes people will be very sad. To overcome the sadness, they will take drug. And some to forget a problem, but it's not the good thing. Okay. So causes drug abuse also will causes addiction. Then when you take it, it's very hard for you to leave it, right? So addicted experience withdrawal symptom. Okay, if a person who is addicted, you can see they are shivering, nausea, anxiety, and depression. Effect of drug and alcohol abuse on the body coordination. So what will happen to your body coordination? You know the body coordination is very important to ensure you did not get harmed or injured, right? So it will cause the hormone imbalance. Body coordination is disruption. Body will be exposed to the danger and injury. And you also experience extreme growth or not developed if damage of pituitary gland. So if the drug will be affect your pituitary gland, maybe you have experienced growth and or maybe no development of growing. Okay, secondary sex development will be stunted if estrogen and testosterone will be affected by drug. Physical and mental change, so excess shift height and size, weight loss and depression. So this is about the hormone imbalance. Unclear speech. So who get a lot of drink consumption of alcohol causes negative effect on part of the cerebrum in the brain. You know that the cerebrum is important for us to remember. So a lot of when you consume a lot of alcohol, it will give a negative effect. Excessive alcohol consumption also will causes unclear speech. See. Okay, liver is too naturalized or too detoxify or detoxic. But when your liver is not working, so your body cannot naturalize or to detoxify or detoxic that intake to your body. So you will be face the problem. Okay, now another effect of drug, you will get stomach ulcer. So alcohol, this one for alcohol. Alcohol can cause stomach ulcer where the lining of the stomach will be injured. So because the alcohol is more acidic than normal, so the patient complain the heartburn or pain at the her or his upper liver region, nausea and vomiting. So for the serious symptom, they may be vomiting blood and passing through the blood and also passing out the blood stool. Okay. So this is the diagram for the stomach ulcer. You can see the cell here. You get the stomach ulcer. Another effect of the drug or alcohol abuse, violent behavior. Drugs such as amphetamine will activate brain cells and increase the rate of the metabolism. So user become more active, unable to sleep, violent and aggressive. So the consumer access alcohol become drunk and lost sense, laugh alone, act out of the control and become very violent. For hallucination, so drugs such as marijuana or ganja disturb the brain function and will change people perception. So cause the hallucination, paranoid or suspicious feeling and fear of others. May also causes aggressive behavior toward other people. Okay, healthy mind. Okay, what is the healthy mind? Healthy mind has the ability. Healthy mind has the ability to reason and think, to make logical judgment, positive happy behavior, independent ability to care for other and being responsible. So characteristic of the individual who have a healthy mind is can think and make judgment, able to detect stimulus and respond accordingly, can recall past events that are sad or happy, dare to accept challenge, able to differentiate between right and wrong, responsible, live in peace and have the positive view of life, free from the prejudice, open-minded and not emotional, able to reason. Okay, factor that influence the mental health. First is the drug abuse. Second, because of aging. Third, because of the mental stress. Fourth, because of excessive consumption of alcoholic drink. Injured or injury to the part of brain such as result of the microorganism or pathogen infection, accident or tumor. Okay. Or maybe the influence the healthy brain is the more hormone imbalance during the menstruation. So sometimes people, women, when they want to get the menstruation, right, they also hormone in imbalance. Maybe very easy to get angry, or maybe their situation menstruation syndrome or post-menopause. So people with menopause also have unbalance, so they are very easy get angry. Okay, the importance of having a healthy mind for country, distinct positive, practice religion and moral values, practice the healthy lifestyle, and generate the economy for the country. For society, learn to handle constructive criticism, can play a role as a friend to the change, to change, exchange idea, help people in need. In family, can build happy family, make wise decision, become role model in the family. For the place of work, forget a good relationship between employer and employee. Forget the good relationship among the colleague. Produce quality work and discipline. Okay, girls. So you have to, we are finished our topic. So you have to answer the summative practice in your textbook page 163 and 164. So you have to answer number 1, number 2 only. Okay. So thank you, girls. Good luck. Bye.